Hey everybody, this is week 34. Yeah, we're getting there. Just wanted to give a little update on the pregnancy, what's going on, what my experience has been. We are almost there. The little one is growing and healthy, and you know what, astounding all the doctors and all the nurses, because what they predicted should be is definitely not. And we give God all the glory, the praise, and the honor. Once again, just to remind those who are just starting off, this is the journey of myself. And I thought it important because I am actually someone who has a high-risk pregnancy because of my multiple sclerosis and some other autoimmune disease issues that I've had in my lifetime. So this is a message to all my ladies who have similar challenges, who want to have kids. Do not give up. It is possible. All things are possible with God. And yeah, here we are, and here I am. And the little one is on her way. She's positioned in the right way. She's quite low, so we're expecting that she will actually come sooner rather than later. One of the things that I will let you know is that on this journey, I just actually had my most recent doctor's appointment, which was at the hospital, Mount Sinai Hospital. And I actually go to the high-risk unit, and I'm monitored on what is now a weekly basis. It was a monthly basis before, while having my other appointments, my OB and my endocrinologist and all the good, smart people that you have to keep up with while you are going through the pregnancy process. You will have a lot of doctor's appointments, and don't be afraid of that, and don't be intimidated by it. Just know that it is a part of the process, and it's for your own good and the good of the baby. And you know, the way that I look at it, it's like, you know, you're bringing somebody special into this world, and they're just the team that is here to ensure that this is actually going to be a possibility, even amidst all the challenges that you may be experiencing. One of the things that I was very shocked at was that you're not alone in this challenge. You know, a lot of women are in the high-risk unit, and they need the attention and the monitoring and the treatment just as much as you do. And, you know, you'd be even surprised, maybe even more than you do. And it's just reassuring to know that there are places that actually equip you and your baby for anything that may happen or may come. One of my challenges too was the diabetes that had been heightened due to the pregnancy, which I had to find out for myself that this is actually something that a lot of women experience, whether or not they've had a history with diabetes. And it is challenging, to say the least. Your insulin is increased quite often, and it's hard to monitor. Other things that came across my plate was the fact that my iron had lowered, and that's something that they had to check and they had to monitor. And I was put on iron pills. You know, something amongst the Black and Hispanics, we tend to have low iron. I don't know if it's our diet or what's going on, but that's something that we experience. And so I've had to increase dosages of different supplements to try and balance everything out for myself and for the baby. And dealing with the aspect of fatigue that I don't really deal with before, but pregnancy has definitely got your girl sleeping. That is the real facts. So just some things that, you know, you don't experience normally. Just be aware that you may experience it during this time, and don't be afraid of it. I'm not going to keep this video long, but I'm going to give y'all a couple of things that I experienced that nobody told you about during pregnancy. Okay, your breasts are going to change. Your breasts may develop different things, may look a little different. Of course, it's going to be expanding and all the, the veins and stuff are going to pop out, but it's going to be feeling uncomfortable at times. That's number one. Number two, you are going to sweat. Nobody talks about the pregnancy sweats. I have had pregnancy sweats like, oh my gosh, it is crazy. I'm a walking waterfall, literally. And it doesn't matter how I prepare for it, you gonna sweat, okay? So bring extra tissue, do whatever you gotta do to manage the sweat and sometimes the odor, okay? That's the facts. Okay, another thing is balance issues. Now, with MS, you do have challenges with your balance normally. And in the beginning stages, as the baby began to gain weight, and I'll talk about that too, about the weight gain that's involved in this, or the weight decrease, in my case, that's involved in this, that you may not expect. But your balance is something that you have to keep in check. So I'm very cautious about falling because it's something that I've experienced with the MS, and in pregnancy it just gets a bit worse. So get your balance in check and don't be afraid to get assistance or let somebody know when this begins to become a problem for you. And last but not least, what I'm going to bring out here today is the fact that you can hardly eat. Now your body goes through a lot of changes. Everything is shifted upwards and sideways and all those different ways. And in my case, I found that I'm not able to eat as much as I normally do. Sometimes it's not even a full meal. Sometimes it's only twice a day, if that, or 3 times a day on a good day. But things like this would change, and don't feel afraid to speak to whoever it is that is monitoring you and your baby, and letting them know that you're having any challenges that you're coming across, because it is important so that you can make the right changes and adjustments. Anyhow, it's hot, so I am in this car and it is boiling and sweltering, and I gotta just go get a breath of fresh air, which is another one I'm gonna add. You lose your breath, okay? And other pregnant women will tell you that. But I'm gonna continue with more frequent updates so that y'all can see the journey leading up to the birthing, the labor. I'm blessed that they've done all the checks at the hospitals, and they're expecting a natural, regular birth without any complications, and we're just praying and hoping that it just stays at that measure and that way. And I'm gonna give some more updates and let you know and keep you up to date. We've started preparing for baby, and me and my husband, we are just overjoyed at what is about to happen. So stay tuned. Bye.